welcome to DADI SOS. I'm Hui San. Okay, we will providing you the educational opportunity around the world. And today, we're heading down to the beautiful land of the New Zealand and having a chat together with Mr. Matt from Scots College. Okay, to start off, could you please introduce about yourself and also your position in Scots College?
Kia ora and welcome from New Zealand, Wellington, Scots College. I'm the Director of International Services here at Scots. My name is Matt Bertram. I've worked at Scots on and off for nearly 16 years and in New Zealand schools for the best part of 28. I've been involved with international education in various roles across schools in New Zealand, but it's a real privilege to lead the international team at Scots College, where we really focus on quality and excellence in a small service setting. I would say we're a boutique provider of international education, and we're really proud to do so in the beautiful, coolest capital in the world, Wellington.
Okay, for those might not so familiar with the Scots College, could you able to share some school spirits about the school?
Yeah, for those of you who haven't seen anything about Scots College, we've probably got 5 great selling points that set us apart from many of the schools. First of all, we're a year 1 to 13 school. So we enroll international students from age 5 through to age 18. The second most important point, we're co-educational. And for an independent education, that's a rare quality in New Zealand to have that co-education. So we do have international students from across families. We've got one family from Thailand with 4 students here across 3 schools. Okay. I think our third important selling point is that we are an international baccalaureate world school. So we offer the primary years program, the middle years program, and the international baccalaureate diploma in the senior school, as well as the New Zealand qualification to our senior students. Scots College is about choice. Independent education is about choice, and we offer that. And the other important factor about us that our students need to know about and our families need to know about, we're a boarding school. So we have co-educational boarding from year 9 to 13 in completely separate boutique facilities.
Okay, since like Scots College offer a variety academic opportunities, could you share with us, is there any like academic pathway you offer to the student?
So the IB Diploma or the IB pathways are the key curriculum from year 1 to 13. Right, so it's an international curriculum. We only offer the New Zealand curriculum in year 12 and 13 as a choice for university entrance. The IB Diploma and the New Zealand qualification NCEA are both recognised internationally for university entrance. But increasingly our international students value the diploma because it opens up doors to English tertiary study, American tertiary college study, Australian universities. So it's becoming a preferred qualification for many of our international families.
Okay, understood. Okay, thanks for expanding the academic pathway. Then how about the education outside of the classroom? Because right, as a student, right, we might not really want to sit inside the classroom and listen what teachers say, right? We all were student before, right? So actually we prefer that something like hand-on learning, which is also outside the classroom. If so, could you please share a bit of the example of it?
Well, I think the important thing to realise is that a New Zealand classroom is very different to the classroom you may be experiencing at home. You will find a lot of small group learning. You will find a lot of collaboration. We have project classes built into most year levels, and they're essential for the IB programs. So it will be a different learning model than many of your students may be used to. But we're an all-round school. We believe in the all-round education of students. So we expect our students, in fact, we require them to be involved in clubs and sports, culturally, sporting-wise, service and leadership. All our students in years 7 to 13, that's 1,000 students, have been away last week on camp for experiences in the New Zealand wilderness. So that's a hands-on experiential learning. and they've had some wonderful experiences. And it's been great to see the feedback about some of our international students, including from China, who have really excelled for the first time in that environment where they've never been before. But we have 29 sports clubs, I believe, at last count, including sailing academies, basketball and football, two of the greatest sports in the world, are the strongest sports at our school.
Yeah.
Both for people who want to be professional sports people and people who just want to participate. We look after both ends of the spectrum. And then we've got all the orchestras, bands, jazz groups, choirs, productions, musicals that you could possibly imagine. There's something for every student to get involved in and to learn about and potentially excel. So we have all of that here waiting for them, and we want them to be involved in it.
Oh, that's great. I wish I was student again. I want to join. I want to study at Scots College also. Yeah, it's very good. Okay, because just now we talked about the education outside the classroom, right? So as an international student, it's very important for them to know that how to get around. Okay, right? So where are the international students staying, and what is the public transport situation like here, getting around the school and also getting around the Wellington?
Well, I said that Wellington is the coolest little capital in the world.
Yeah.
And I really do mean that. It's an easy city to get around. While we don't have large train services, the bus network's really reliable. We have a bus service from outside our boarding house at the college, which goes straight into the city to the railway station in 30 minutes. Our students can get wherever they need very, very easily, and they navigate the public transport well. But students who may be boarding will also have the resources of the boarding staff to assist them in getting to activities and taking them on activities to see the cities and the sites. I think it's really important to understand our international students. They have usually 3 accommodation options, and predominantly the most popular is boarding. Particularly for their first year or two, and we strongly encourage and often require our younger students to have a couple of years in boarding because it provides them with a framework of friends and a structure to understand the city and how to get around. But homestay families are also popular, about 30%, and then a number live with parents or caregivers as well. But we find that most of our students live in the eastern suburbs of Wellington, so that's within a 15-minute commute to the school.
Oh, that's quite convenient. Okay, I agree that New Zealand public transport is very good if compared to Malaysia. Okay, I realized that the public transport here is very punctual and systematic. Compared to Malaysia, sometimes the buses will be late, sometimes the buses will be disappear. I don't know where I can get the bus also. Okay, on one more personal note, right? Do you have any favorite places would you like to recommend to the international student to unwind?
Well, you bet. Look, we are on a beautiful harbour at the tip of the North Island. We're surrounded by golden beaches within 5 minutes of the school. The water temperature is a bit colder, but they are a beautiful place to go and visit, to paddle, to have a coffee or an ice cream. And quite frankly, I think right here, next to Scots College, is one of the best places in New Zealand. And my favourite place to go is called Scorching Bay. It's about a 7-minute drive from here, to sit on the beach, look at the boats coming in out of the harbour and have a coffee. You can't get anything better, and it's on our doorstep. So
really
you don't have to travel far.
Oh yeah, it's very good. Then after these podcast sessions, we go together, okay?
Yeah,
okay.
I'll give you directions.
Okay, thank you. Let's go. Okay, another thing, right? Do you have any like favorite fruit that you would like to comment to our international students?
Well, I think for international students, food is one of the most challenging parts about coming to a new country, and being able to get that balance of the tastes and flavours of home that you really enjoy. So our chefs do work hard to try and create that flavour within our boarding establishments. But as a New Zealander, seafood is everything. And we have some of the best resources and seafood that you could want in the world. And I would strongly encourage any student coming here to make sure they experience the squid, the crayfish, the beautiful deep sea fish, the oysters, the mussels, all from our local beaches and oceans. So that would be my urge to you to get on top of that and try all that seafood.
Since New Zealand is very known for its slang, like kaula is hello, right? So do you have any Kiwi terms? It's very helpful for the international student to know.
Well, yes, some terms are universal, I suppose. I introduced myself by saying kia ora, which is g'day, hello, in Māori, which is the native language of New Zealand, the indigenous language of New Zealand. New Zealanders are very colloquial, and in English that word means we use not slang words, but we use phrases and words that often don't mean what they seem to at face value. And I think that people coming in speaking a second language, English is a second language, it is sometimes quite hard to know what Kiwis, which is New Zealanders, sometimes mean because they speak in idiom or colloquial phrases. And so, you know, we might say good as gold, and we're actually just meaning everything's okay, all right? You know, we say g'day instead of hello. There are casual ways we speak that confuse our international students at first. G'day, goodbye, or good day, g'day. Yeah, does that make sense?
Yes.
So again, really hard for people coming in as a second language learner. So I guess be patient with us. And always ask us, could you repeat that a little bit more formally? And that's the great thing about an ESOL class, and we have a really good ESOL program. They look at all of those sorts of things to help our new students navigate Kiwi, New Zealand language.
Okay. We are quite far away from our topic, sorry. Let me focus again, okay? What will you say are the main reason for the student to study in Scots College? Okay.
Yeah, look, I think the students that come here, they definitely want choice.
Yeah.
Many of their families are looking for a safe environment for their children
I
to study
agree.
and live.
I agree.
Yeah. But I think the fact that we can offer a dual pathway academically that can lead to universities around the world is very appealing. I do believe that many of our students are looking for a more relaxed learning environment compared to what they've been experiencing at home. We often hear about the high pressure nature of the school environment in home countries, and it is certainly different here. It doesn't mean it's not busy here and that the expectations aren't high, but it's a very different learning and workload pressure environment in New Zealand, and students enjoy that. So that's very appealing to them. But they want choice. They want the range of activities. They want the outdoors.
Understand. Okay, just now we talked about the academic pathway. Now thinking about the career pathway. How does Scots College connect students with the industry they might interest in pursuing in the future?
Yeah, look, we have, so Wellington has some very well-known locally niche industries, particularly in IT and design and technology. This area that we live in and work in right here is home to Wellywood, which is New Zealand's film industry. So we have a very vibrant filmmaking community here, for example. So there are a number of careers that particularly our domestic students are really passionate about being involved in because of our location and access to these industries and the connections we have with those companies. Increasingly, some of our international students are looking at these. So the design and technology areas, creative design and technology areas, are becoming very popular with some of our international students, and from China particularly, because they're not necessarily able to be exposed to those in the school system at home. So that flexibility and that range of learning options and the direct connection to industry, very popular, and that translates into the tertiary environment. A student here can transition straight into Victoria University or Massey University in Wellington on virtually a seamless pathway if they wanted to within those creative industries. So I think those are really good connections.
Yeah, it's very helpful for the student, to figure out what they want to know, what they want to do in the near future. It's very good, Speaking at the student life, right, do you have any recreation facility at Scots College you would like to share?
Yeah, we do. We're not a big campus.
Yeah.
So there are 1,150 students here, but it is a very, very small campus physically, and that's because Wellington is quite a small, constrained space geographically. But we do have excellent creative and design facilities here. We have a recording studio, for instance, which you won't find too many other schools would have. So they're niche facilities that are highly specialised and available to students. In terms of recreation, we have the gyms and the weight centres and fitness areas that many schools have, but they would not be as extensive as you might experience in other schools. But our location is fantastic because we are within a kilometre of Akotangi, which is a huge indoor sports facility, 12 basketball courts, volleyball courts, futsal courts, and we utilise that facility during the day. We are within 2.5 kilometres of the Wellington Regional Aquatic Centre, Olympic swimming pool, diving facility, training facility. So our water polo, our swimming, our underwater hockey, they all use that facility. So we're very lucky with our geography that what we don't have for recreation on site, we have within 1 or 2 kilometres of the school. Our sailing academy is based at Evans Bay, which is 1 kilometre away because we're on the harbour. Look, I think the recreational opportunities are huge, even if they're not on campus immediately.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Do you have any successful story of the student you would like to share in front of the camera? Yeah.
We have many, and Nicole, our international recruitment manager, will have many more examples for you too. But even if I think of our ducks last year, so Om came from Thailand in year 9. He didn't speak very much English at all.
Okay.
So he came from a Thai medium school, not an English medium school. Within 5 years, he was a prefect of the college. He was the Dux of the IB, which is the more challenging qualification. He gained 40 points, which placed him in the top 1% internationally. And he's off to university, I think, in the US or UK next year. Now, that's a huge success story for a student with virtually no English in 5 years to become one of the top students in the country and receive an award from the Prime Minister in February.
It's really inspired to hear that how Scots College helps students to achieve such a successful thing. Okay, before we wrap up the podcast, right? If you could describe the campus in 3 words, what would it be and why?
I think it has a really great blend of tradition and modernity. So we drive up to it and we see a beautiful 3-storey brick building that looks like something out of England. And you go around the back and you see really modern state-of-the-art facilities for the students to learn in. So it's a great balance of the old and the new. It is compact. It's easy to navigate your way around. We get a little bit of rain here, so you want to keep dry, and you can pretty much move around the campus and keep dry even on a bad day. But I think that that compact environment creates a friendly environment as well, because you can't escape your fellow students and teachers. You have to be able to relate to them because you're going to be very close to them. And I think that's an asset for a student coming in here.
Okay, understand. Okay, that's a wrap for this episode of the DADI SOS. Okay, if you like this podcast, remember to share and subscribe us. We see you next time. Bye bye.